Playmakers, how's it going? This is Coach Wood. Hopefully, all is well with you and your family. This is the place to be, you guys. This is where we talk football Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. True labor of love from me and my team. Excited to come to you guys today. We've got one hell of a topic to talk about, and we're going to get into the unfortunate news about Terrion Arnold. The DB, young guy, former Alabama Crimson Tide player that got into some major off the field issues, you guys, facing major felonies. Some are saying possible life in prison for something that he got into. So very important topic that we need to talk about immediately. But before we get into this topic, you guys, please consider hitting the subscribe button if you are not currently subscribed to the Before You Go Pro channel, so that you're notified whenever we release new content pertaining to the young football players and football families. And then also, you guys, check out what we got in the description box. We've got some special curated resources, mindful, totally guaranteed to help young football families and players get to the next level, whether that's a scholarship opportunity, a PWO, you're looking for some NIL angles, we want to help you out with that. So please check out what we have for you down in the description box. Let's get into the topic, you guys, as I just stated. And this one hurts my heart, man. Sometimes you see headlines, and for those that don't know, we have an amazing podcast called The Locker Room Show every Thursday. I have a co-host, Q the Guru, phenomenal guy, former player, and we always talk about how the football industry will always give us new news. There will always be something fresh off the press for us to talk about each week on the Locker Room Show. And today's topic will definitely be in the Locker Room Show, but I didn't even believe it. I didn't even believe it when I see it. You guys see it right here. Terrion Arnold, such a bright young man, such a bright future. Mental life mistake. He made a mental life mistake, you guys, as you see, and he's arrested. He's arrested, and this does not look good. It looks crazy. As a matter of fact, this looks like something out of a Power on Stars or some movie, you guys, Goodfellas or something. But it looks like that he has possibly been a part. Obviously, all of this has not played out in court yet, so we will get the truth centered around this. But it was enough for him to be arrested, and it was enough for his co-defendants to be arrested. But it looks like he was possibly a conspirator, you guys, in a kidnapping, a felony, a beating of some individuals. And it looks like these individuals, at least he thought, Terrion, according to the articles, once again, this is not been confirmed, and there will be court dates pending, but it looks like he believed that the individuals had stole $200,000 plus of jewelry or valuables from him at an Airbnb. So I don't know if he knew these people or he didn't know them, if this was a party or what have you. But supposedly Terrion Arnold thought that these individuals had robbed him and took some of his valuables to the tune of a couple $100,000. You guys, six figures worth of valuables and jewelry. He did make a report. He did contact the police, but which is obviously the right thing to do. But then he took it to the hood. He took it to the hood, and he took it to a whole nother place. And this is what I want to get into with you young athletes. He took it to a whole nother place that it should have never went to. It should have never went to. And they're claiming that he was a conspirator in going to get these people back. So he felt he was wronged. He felt he was robbed. He probably had a big ego hit, and he conspired, allegedly, with some other people to go get some payback. And it looks, lo and behold, like it may have come back to bite him, and very well could ruin his career and his life, you guys. And this is like, wow. This is mind boggling to me. Once again, when I saw the title, and I first initially saw it on social media, and you got to take what you see online, social media, with a grain of salt, you guys. I immediately started searching to see if this was true, and was just so disappointed to see that it is. I don't know if to the depths that they're talking about. I don't know if he's going to be able to clear his name from this. But once again, as we've talked about in other Weekday Huddle episodes, you guys, and on the Locker Room show, your name is already all over this. Your name is already all over this. So it is like damage control. And of course, the Detroit Lions want none of this. The NFL wants absolutely none of this. And the thing that's crazy, you guys, the thing that just is mind-boggling to me is that this young man is super bright. He's super charismatic. He's obviously athletically talented. He was the story of the draft a couple years ago. Not only for how well he performed, but supposedly it's just him and his mom. Like you see here, he's all about his mom. So everybody thinks that this is just the sweetest kid. I think his dad wasn't around. And his mom really took the bull by the horns and raised him and developed a great relationship. He talked about how everything he does is for his mom and to set her up, and just an amazing, beautiful young man. And then you see this. You see this. And guys don't come back from this. These are the Lawrence Phillips of the world. You see all these things, the Ray Carew situations of the world, where a kid gets in a pinch and then he just doubles down on stupidity, on flat out stupidity. If this comes out that he really did this, this is one of the stupidest things I've ever heard, you guys. And I guarantee you it was centered around ego. $200,000 worth of jewelry, bags, whatever it was, merchandise. That's a loss. That's a why do you even have $200,000 worth of something I can grab in your house? Maybe I got a $200,000 car, but that's a little bit harder for them to take. Cars get taken too, but somebody can imagine a young man like this, made a lot of money in NIL at Alabama. He's got the Lank shirts in his business, made a lot of money, then went to the NFL making money. Somebody can understand you having maybe a couple $100,000 car. And maybe your car does get stolen. But $200,000 worth of valuables laying around in an Airbnb. So an Airbnb means it's not your place. So you bought this $200,000 worth of merchandise, goods, and what have you, jewelry, all that. You physically brought this to a place that wasn't yours. And now these people are in the home, and you lose it. You lose it all. You lose $200,000. That's a hit. Anybody is going to be hot. Anybody is going to be pissed off. But when you take it to the point of, I'm going to take the law into my own hands and go and get these people back, that's where it goes left. That's where it goes left. That's where you need somebody in your crew, somebody in your clique, somebody you can call to tell you, hell no. Do you realize what you're talking about? Do you realize who you are? Do you realize what you're risking? He didn't have that person in his crew. Do you realize what you're talking about? That this doesn't sound sane. Do you realize who you are? He didn't have that person in his crew, obviously. He had people that were doers of whatever he wanted to do and went to go get this person back. And of course, what happens when you do a crime with multiple people, when people get pinched, they're going to point back at you. If you do a crime with multiple people, when somebody gets pinched, they're going to point back at you. And your name is the big name, Terrion Arnold. Wow. Wow. I know Nick Saban, who recruited him, is sitting in his house like, wow. And think about, you got the Henry Ruggs, who killed some guy driving, and you got Terrion Arnold. You guys, we had to bring this into the huddle. First mistake number one, why so much jewelry and merchandise in an Airbnb that people can access? Step number two, and the biggest one that will change his life, is what he did after. You know, sometimes it's not what happens to you, right? Sometimes it's not what happens to you, but it's what you do after that makes your bed that you have to lay in. Wow, you guys. And once again, this is bright, handsome, charismatic young man, supposed to be doing right by his mama. Wow. So this one is extremely unfortunate, you guys, and obviously there will be more to come. We'll probably talk about this more once we get some more information, but we had to bring it in the Weekday Huddle today because this was mind-blowing to me. Mind-blowing. And from who? From who? This is somebody that prided themselves on making great plays. And I'm not talking about on the field. This guy has a thriving business, the Lank business, as you guys see here that he created with Jalen Milroe. And just everybody that talks about him, it says phenomenal things about Terrion Arnold. Wow. But I guess sometimes you don't know. You know, sometimes you don't know who you're dealing with or where they're coming from with their decisions. But just in looking at this, the outside looking in at this young man, I think he made a terrible in-the-moment decision. I think he made a terrible in-the-moment, emotional, ego-filled decision. And now he's in a jail cell. Somebody else has got a job now. You know, I always tell our athletes there's always going to be roster spots that open up for various reasons. This is why the NFL hates the off season. This is why the college coaches hate the off season, you guys. But this one, so many missteps. So many missteps. You young athletes out there, you college athletes are starting to get to the NIL bag now. People will target you. You pro athletes, people will target you. Don't give them anything to target. And really watch your circle. Really watch your circle. Once again, Airbnb, and there's $200,000 worth of goods in this Airbnb. Wow. And now him going to prove he's a tough guy, to going to prove that he's all that and got a crew, has got him behind bars and has got a roster spot open in Detroit. All right. So you guys be mindful. Keep the right people around you. Stay in the house. Go. You should be from the field or the facility to the house, man. And if you're going out and about to the movies or you got a date or something, you better make sure it's with the right people. And the jewelry and all that, man, now's not the time to be flashy. Now's not the time to be flashy. There's people hurting in this economy. Now's not the time to be flashy. All right. This one is a wow, you guys. So praying for everybody involved. Hopefully this can be figured out. Hopefully they got the wrong guy, but this is a wow. All right. Hit those resources, you guys, so you can make the right moves in your career on and off the field. And then also make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm Coach Wood. We'll see you at the top, baby.